Alright, so this is the first podcast, the Animosity podcast for October. Hopefully we can make this a monthly thing. And with me today is Zevek. Hey Zevek.
Hey, how's it going?
Alright, so basically what we're going to do with this is just give the members of Animosity a little heads up as to what's going on, if you've missed anything new, and that kind of stuff. So, firstly, I have to remind all our members that posting on applicant threads is not allowed. Actually, if you're tied in with recruiting the member, then I think you're allowed to post on the application.
Right. The way it works is if you referred the member, you can post in there and say, why you're referring them, whatever. But we want to not have any of the members posting anything in there, not even like, hey, welcome to the guild crap, because it just gets in the way and it causes more clutter because we have to revisit that application multiple times, and it's, the scrolling down and then just trying to pick out the threads, and it's just it gets to be too much, and we're trying to reduce the clutter. What you can do though is after the application gets accepted, if they do, they should be posting an introduce themselves thread in the introduce yourself forum. At that point, you can have a discussion about, whatever you want. But in terms of their actual application thread, we want to reduce anyone from posting in there except leadership, so the application process goes as smoothly as possible.
Yeah, and if there's anything anyone needs to let us know, you can always send the proper people PM. So if it's someone applying for SOTOR and there's something that leadership must know, then you can PM either me or Zevek, or if it's the Guild Wars, something to do with Guild Wars, PM Gatormag and ER, Hollis, of course. So yeah, I guess that's just about it for that. Moving on to the video competition, which is that going for all three divisions, or is that just SOTOR?
No, what we're doing right now is it's just scores, and the deadline is December 1st. And we want to try to get as many submissions in as possible. You can check out the thread. That's where all the rules and everything is listed for the videos. Even if you're not very good at making videos, like I'm not really good at editing and all that other stuff, but I sat down and spent several hours just to make one, to submit it, because the more the better. The more videos we can get in there, the more we can kind of look at and choose from. The reason we did it is because our current videos, which are good, they're just very old, and there's a lot more content that we can use now, so we really just need to get an updated video. So head over there and take the time to get a submission in before the deadline, which is December 1st.
Yeah, sounds good. And also, if you want to make a recruitment video for any other division, feel free. We'll always accept it. Alright, so moving on to news. We have a new award system, if you haven't noticed. It looks quite nice, if I say so myself.
Yeah, the award system was a process that took many months, and we kind of put it together, and then it just kind of sat there for a while, and then we got back on it and ended up finishing it up and got the right people to help us implement it. And you'll see under your post bit, there's a you'll see like the ribbons if you have any. And they get awarded to you, and they'll be posted there whenever you earn them. If you go to the top of our page, and you can actually access the award system in the drop-down menu, and check out the awards that we currently have. Those are ones that are just kind of like a starter setup that we have for right now, but we'll be adding some more in the future, especially as games start to launch and stuff. But it's a nice touch to add to our website, just one more feature that makes Animosity awesome.
Yes, it's quite awesome, I would say, because I had a little bit to do with the designs.
Yeah, Ace did a really good job making those ribbons, obviously under my supervision, and I showed him the way of the Force, but that's okay.
Alright, we have a new event, yes, Guild Wars 1 event. Actually, this kind of ties in with something else. We have a calendar set up now. You can check that out at the top. Events tab, yeah. Go to the calendar and check it out. It'll say that as well as it says right on the front page. It shows the exact date, which is Wednesday, November the 3rd. And too bad we don't have Gatormag here. What is it? PvP, PvE. I haven't actually read it yet.
Yeah, it's a Guild Wars 1 PvP and PvE event to help jumpstart the Guild Wars 2 Division 1 game event and the Guild Wars 1 game of interest. Um, and so we want to get members out there to play the game. The downside to that is you can't download the trial because the trial makes you make a level 1 character, so it's really not going to work out. But anybody that has Guild Wars that's purchased it or wants to purchase it to get involved with that game of interest should do so and attend that event. I don't really know the specifics of what they're going to do, but if anybody is interested in it, just make sure you contact GatorMag. And yeah, there's the calendar system that's up now. And what the calendar will do is for pre-launch days, you'll be able to look on there and see like upcoming events, or if we have any like weekly gaming nights, which we're going to talk about because we like literally just implemented this calendar system in the past 24 hours. So it still takes a while to kind of get up and running up to full speed. But yeah, just periodically check that and you'll be able to see kind of when the dates are for things. In the long run, the calendar's good because once we get our actual divisions going, like probably Star Wars will be the next game to come out, and we start playing that when we have our raids and things like that, or PvP events, whatever, we'll be able to post those right on there, and people can just go and check the calendar and see what events are coming up for the week, and be able to kind of adjust their schedule so they can get there on time. So it'll be a nice feature to help just kind of minimize confusion and help bring everybody together more consistently.
Yes, and we'll always mention stuff on the podcast too, but those are monthly, and hopefully we have more consistent events coming up. All right, and then we're just going to talk about some games that have come out. Firstly, DC Universe, which you have played, Zevek.
Yep, we've had a few members get invites into the game for the closed beta, and it's a pretty good game. I grinded away for about 3 days straight, and I ended up hitting the max level, at least the max level that they have in closed beta, which may or may not be the max level at launch. I think it is, though. I think the level that I got to is the level they're going to be using at launch. But yeah, it's a pretty solid game. I played a lot of City of Heroes. I played that for many months, and this game, it's just like 10 times better than that. They took a lot of the good things that these previous superhero genre games had done, like the character creation and how in-depth that was, and they really expanded on it and really put this game into a proper MMO where you actually attain gear, and which allows for a lot of end game content. There's PvP, open world PvP. It's pretty fun. There's still some bugs and stuff that they have to work out because it is closed beta, and that's to be expected. But all in all, it's pretty much a good game, and I would definitely recommend it. I think it'll definitely be a good game to hold the guild over as a major game of interest until Star Wars comes out. So on that note, go ahead.
So I read. Well, unfortunately, I read Marvel comics. Well, sometimes, and I know you're into comics. So, does the story in DC Universe, does it kind of tie in with some of the comics? Like, so if you're an avid reader for comics, are there things in the game that you would notice where if Joe Blow picked up DC Universe, he wouldn't notice?
Yeah, there are some things. I'm not really big into reading the comics. And I am more of a Marvel fan, to be honest. However, that being said, just simply seeing the newer Batman movies and seeing the Superman movies will actually give you a lot of knowledge on the background of everything that's going on. But yeah, apparently the storyline is very accurate to actually what goes on in the comics and stuff. Obviously, it's kind of like their new storyline where, Brainiac came and took over the Earth because Lex Luthor won against his battle against Superman and ended up killing Superman, so there was no one really there to protect the Earth, so on and so forth. But yeah, the storyline's pretty good, and that was actually one of the things that's pretty neat about the game is there actually is a bit of a storyline that you follow throughout the game. You kind of see what's going on. I mean, it's not like an amazing, Nobel Prize winner storyline or anything like that, but it is pretty good, and it is nice to kind of have a little bit of a storyline to kind of follow as you go through. The game is also fully voiced as well, so there are a
Oh,
lot
that's
of
nice.
aspects. Yeah, there's a lot of aspects with DC Universe that are very similar to Star Wars, with kind of this new generation of MMOs that they're starting to come out with.
Hmm. So you can pre-order that now, and you get a chance to get a beta key, right?
No, no, no. If you pre-order by November 15th, which is in about 2 weeks, um, you are guaranteed to enter the open beta no later than November 30th. So actually, it's the 30th today. So if you pre-order a month from now, you will be in the beta. So we're trying to encourage a lot of our members. We have a very strong member base already that have pre-ordered the game, and we're going to get a lot of people playing this game in the beta. Um, and a month from now, they should have a lot more kinks worked out. But yeah, that's looking like it's going to become well, it already is a game of interest. But we're looking to play that game for the next several months, up until Star Wars comes out. So the game will probably hold us over for the next 4 or 5 months, however long it takes for Star Wars to come out, if it even gets pushed back or not. So, but we'll see. But it's it is a good game, and we definitely want to see a lot of our members pre-order it to because this looks like it'll be our last chance to really play as a group before a divisional game comes out. So it's definitely highly recommended that people get out there and pre-order the game. Oh, here's a nice little tip too about pre-ordering. If you don't want to spend the $50 or whatever at Direct to Drive, just go to GameStop, pre-order the game for $5. They'll give you the receipt, scan the receipt onto your computer, and then you have to email that to the DC Universe guys. Just go to dcuniverseonline.com, and there's like a whole post there for it where you can set up your pre-order or whatever. And that way you only have to spend $5. When the game comes out, whenever that is next year, you don't even have to go buy it. So spend the $5 to come play it in beta with us, and don't even buy it if you don't want to waste the money on it. But it's only $5, so there's really no reason not to go spend $5 at GameStop to play it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I should probably get my ass in gear and pre-order it, because I definitely haven't done that so far.
Yeah. One thing to note too, I'm not sure on this. You might want to check it at their website, but that deal may only be for North American players. So because we are an international guild, some of you guys that don't live in North America should check up on that to find out if that's even available to you guys or not. But if it is, that'd be great. If not, oh well.
Alright, well, I think we're going to wrap up things here, because I actually haven't been keeping track of how long it is. But again, this is a monthly podcast where we're just going to take everything over the past month and wrap it into one little podcast, or try to at least. There's going to be more news next time, because we haven't really been keeping too much of an eye open for it this month. So we'll do a better job next time. Who knows? Might have a different guild leader, but Zevek is always welcome back. Oh yeah, leave your comments, what you think of the podcast below. Is it too long? Is it too short? And also, if you have any questions that you want us to answer for next month's podcast, leave those below as well. So I guess that's about it. Thank you, Zevek.
Oh, you're welcome. It's not a problem.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Later, guys.